Some think that being a Star Wars fan means accepting every piece of media that comes your way, but I know the truth. The truth is, only a Sith deals in absolutes, and I will do what I must. Before I get started, I'd like to kindly ask that you hit the like button, and please subscribe to the channel for more content just like this.
Do or do not. There is no try.
Just when you thought Disney couldn't destroy the lore around any more Star Wars legacy characters, info comes out about the new Obi-Wan series, and they've totally outdone themselves. When I heard that a Obi-Wan series was in the works, I had an instant feeling of dread. And not just because I knew Disney would be continuing their crusade to destroy what I love, but because Obi-Wan Kenobi is one of, if not my absolute favorite Star Wars character. And a certain part of me thought he was relatively safe, because he's already dead.
What an idiot! Oh, what a loser!
And because I never thought in a million years that Disney would ever touch prequel-era content. But I guess once you run out of original trilogy characters to assassinate, the only place to go from there is into the prequel trilogy. Because Disney Lucasfilm knows there is not a snowball's chance on Mustafar that they could ever create something of their own that matches the genius of what George Lucas created.
Oh, you're right. And when you're right, you're right. And you're always right.
So here we are, Disney and Lucasfilm getting in on the nostalgia bait trend, so they are bringing back both Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen to reprise their roles as Obi-Wan and Darth Vader. And for some reason, just like when the MCU fans changed their tune and were suddenly fans of the Raimi Spider-Man films, modern fans of Disney Star Wars are now somehow excited about prequel-era characters returning. The same characters that most of them bashed for the past few years.
Anybody care about what I want?
I do.
Shut up. Get out.
But we know that some people are incapable of thinking or speaking for themselves, and they like to be told what to like. It was already reported that in this show, Obi-Wan and Darth Vader would have a rematch, making their entire confrontation and dialogue in A New Hope significantly less important. But hey, who needs continuity, am I right? Fuck the lore, let's just make people have the feels.
Why do you cry?
So then we have Ewan McGregor revealing details about the state of his character to Entertainment Weekly. He says, quote, "We find Obi-Wan at the beginning of our story rather broken and faithless and beaten, somewhat given up. Does any of that sound familiar to any of you? Because it should. Does that or does that not sound like the state of Luke Skywalker's character in The Last Jedi? So first and foremost, they are proving their laziness by reusing a character arc instead of coming up with something a bit more creative. And the second part of this involves them once again taking a mostly optimistic character and turning him into a miserable hermit. I guess this is what Disney thinks of Jedi and their ability to cope with things. Now don't get me wrong, it would make some sense for Obi-Wan to feel some guilt about how things ended between him and Anakin. But that guilt and depression should not define his character. Deep down, the Obi-Wan that I know would learn how to deal with these feelings and focus on his mission, that being to protect Luke.
That makes sense.
If we're going by the end of Revenge of the Sith, which is the last time we've seen this character, Obi-Wan lectures Anakin about turning on the Jedi Order, and he pushes through his pain in order to do what he must. And that has put an end to Anakin's madness. So I do find it kind of hard to believe that he would be faithless by the time this show rolls around. He just doesn't seem like the type of character that would lose his faith despite everything that's happened to him.
I'm having trouble.
Also, at the end of episode 3, he takes it upon himself to look after Luke, perhaps as a way to make amends for what happened with Anakin. And of course, he should be in communication with his former master, Qui-Gon Jinn. All of this combined just makes it really hard for me to buy that Obi-Wan would be lost or broken by the time this show begins. Then again, I've never seen Luke Skywalker as that type of character either, but here we are.
Fuck me, right?
It's almost as if Disney wants to deconstruct our heroes and turn them into something that they are not. And we can add Boba Fett to that list as well. He was also lost and broken, and he was eventually adopted by oppressed sand people. It's amazing to me that people don't see this repetitive shit and instantly have a problem with it. The fact of the matter is that Disney does not understand the characters or universe that they purchased. They are just names to Disney. tools to drive people to their streaming service. They don't give a fuck how they're portrayed.
I don't give a fuck.
And if this doesn't scare you enough, Entertainment Weekly also confirmed that a character named Reva, who is an Inquisitor, is the main foe for Obi-Wan in this show. And I'm sure she won't make Obi-Wan look like a complete bitch at any point during this series. This character is said to be hunting down Jedi, and this somehow leads to Obi-Wan coming to the conclusion that his presence on Tatooine is actually more dangerous for Luke than it is beneficial.
Now what the fuck are we supposed to do?
So naturally, he abandons his mission and leaves Luke all alone. Great. So Han Solo is a deadbeat dad, and Obi-Wan Kenobi is a deserter. Awesome. I have no doubt in my mind that this show is going to be a complete dumpster fire, because why would I think anything else, based on track record? It's going to be just like every other show on Disney+. And nothing in these details gets me remotely more interested in watching this show. In fact, it just pushed me further away, if that's even possible, because I'm already pretty disconnected from the franchise.
I don't care!
Star Wars is dead, we need to just bury it. Instead, it looks like Obi-Wan is about to join the not-so-prestigious list of George Lucas creations that Disney could give two fucks about. With any luck, people have had enough and have already canceled their Disney Plus subscription, and no one will watch this shit. Because Disney realizing their failures is the only way that these characters and this universe will be freed from their creatively bankrupt prison.
Man, I'm tired of being right.
So let me know what you thought about all this in the comments down below. As always, please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell for notifications, and I'll see you next time right here on Real Shift. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Y'all be cool. Right on.